my fans. It's good to be back after a long break. I've really missed to do this. But the good news is that I'm back with more African recipes or more local Kenyan recipes, and I will be sharing them more frequently now. I hope you'll be joining me as I share more. Today I'll be sharing with you on how to make a very simple recipe. I'll be showing you on how to make a free-range chicken broth. I have very few ingredients. At times it's just good to keep it as easy as you can. So I have free-range chicken or kienyeji chicken. I have ginger, I have chili, and I have spring onions. Whenever you're preparing the chicken broth, I would advise you to always use the free-range chicken or the kienyeji chicken rather than the broiler, because the free-range chicken is more flavorful and it's more tasty. My free-range chicken. Yes, and I'm using even the chicken feet. So there, I have it. So I'm just going to put this in a pot. Okay, this pot has cooked for 4 generations. My mom inherited it from my grandma, so I also inherited it from my mom. The next thing that I'm going to do is just to cut my spring onion into big chunks. So this gives the chicken broth a very awesome flavor. So just going to cut them. And then later I'll be smashing them because I want, once they start boiling, I want them to extract the full flavor. Then I'll smash them because I want, once I cook them, I want them to extract the full flavor. So I'm just going to add this. The next thing that I'm going to add is the ginger, but I'll add a half of it at the beginning, then the other half I'll add it towards the end, because sometimes the ginger has a tendency of losing its flavor if it's cooked for a long time. So you just grate your ginger like that. So then I'll add some salt. So I like using my clay pot whenever I'm boiling some soup or some food. So the last thing to add is water, quite some amount. You should make sure that the water covers everything. So just make sure the water covers everything. And because you're also going to boil this for quite some time, then you can use just adequate water. So the next thing is to put this in a source of heat. So my main aim is to extract as much nutrients and as much flavor from the meat. So I'm going to cook this in very low heat for a long time, like 2 hours. So whenever you're cooking, it's advisable to cover your food so that you don't lose nutrients and such flavors. So this will be cooking for a long time, 2 hours at most. The chicken broth has been simmering for quite some time now. We need to check it, but the flavor of the spring onion and the ginger is all over the kitchen. So we just need to check how it's doing. So our broth is reducing since it has been boiling for quite some time, and you can see it is thickening. Okay. And so much flavor has already been extracted. So I'll add more ginger because I want my broth to have some kick. So the chicken broth is not only nutritious, but I also call it soul food. The chicken broth is rich in nutrients. It has a lot of minerals, and it is good for inflammation. And I also call it soul food because I love it. At this point, I'll also taste the seasoning, whether the salt is right. So I'll need to add just a pinch. So at this point, if you use chili, then you can add. But since the food will be consumed by a baby, I'll not be adding chili. But in case you consume chili, you add it because it gives the soup an wholesome taste. So I'll just cover it and give it at least 20 minutes to continue simmering. But as that happens, I'm going to prepare an accompaniment because I just discovered an accompaniment for the chicken broth just for you. I've given it quite some good time to simmer. So now it's time to serve. Let's use the coriander purely for garnish. So just sprinkle, just a little, and ta-da! Just like that, my soul food is ready. What else would a man want? So this can make a great breakfast, or you can have it just as a light meal. And for people who are losing weight, then this is a must try. I hope you try this in your homes, and I'm waiting for the feedback. Thank you.